Thanks for being here. Let's begin. Connect to breath. Enliven the feet by some action of articulation, pressing through the heel or feel for breathing into the hip bones as if the hip bones are moving resiliently in response to breath. And with the next 3 breaths, let the breath luminesce the cells. You're starting to sense that quality of brilliance. Some say, describe it like electricity. That your breath is an agent in helping you feel, see, and sense your body as rich with kind of this buzzing vitality or prana. So let that Ujjayi breath help you get that really consistent connection. Just keep that sound, that Ujjayi sound. Near continuous. And I don't have to do Ujjayi breath vigorously or strenuously to hear the sound continuous. This is more of a function of remembrance, focus and remembrance, than it is of effort or trying. That's it. So we'll extend or straighten our right leg. I'm keeping the left heel tucked near the front of the pelvis. Keeping that Ujjayi breath very even, consistent, able to be heard and felt by you. From the moment the right palm touches the ground, you can hear that Ujjayi. Drawing the left arm up. Exhaling, chest opener. Reaching out through the fingertips. Reaching through that entire sounded exhale. Now moving that left arm overhead. Kind of in line with the side of the ribs. So lifting the chest forward. Reaching, turning as we move into a forward fold. So I keep reaching through that left arm. The chest is now facing the horizon or the ground. Exhaling, folding. And the quality of the breath may fluctuate in these different positions. Exhaling, walking the torso and the hands back toward the pelvis, upright. And that's also what we're listening to, listening through. All right, we'll trade sides. Got the left leg out. And the right heel tucked in front of the pelvis. So in the moment my palm is touching the ground, I can hear the inhalation. The right arm reaching up. Chest opener, exhaling, open up the right palm. All the palm. Feeling into the littlest fingertip, the ring fingertip. The middle fingertip, index, fingertip, thumb tip. Having kind of lifted the chest forward, arching the chest, keeping that arch of the chest and the upper back. Now start to move that right arm in line with the right side of the ribs, overhead, side bend. More of a side reach. And keep reaching through that right hand. Turning, turning, spiraling the torso. Forward fold. Exhaling, press with the hands, walking back, the torso upright. Let's do some dolphin. So we'll move on to elbows, knees. Inhaling through the setup, drawing the shoulders down, curling the toes under. Exhale, come up. And can you hear the exhalation upon coming up? Some people just kind of thrust themselves up and then consider the sound of the breath later. Everything's a transition. By hearing that sound of breath, many, many remembrances. Again, you don't have to breathe hard to hear it. It's not like turning up the radio. You don't have to sometimes it's just a matter of listening more deeply for the quieter radio that's already on. Right? So it's a function of listening and remembering to listen. Entrancing ourselves through listening, letting that listening become a state in which we walk more. We'll take the right foot toes, wrap them around the left heel cord. Settle some weight into that left heel and keep pressing into the ball mounts. Feeling all of the ball mounts. Inhaling, raise the right leg. Exhaling. Hear the exhale. Reach out. We'll set the right foot down. Remain in dolphin. Use the left foot toes around the right heel cord. Good. Inhale, raise the left leg. Push, push. Getting lighter through the shoulders. Still hearing that exhalation. Reach out through the left leg. We're just staying for 2 deep breaths more. Reaching out through the left leg. Pressing out, pressing down through the arms. Still hearing that breath, hearing it. Hearing it under many, many conditions. We're just setting up variable conditions through these poses. And we'll set the left foot down. And even though we're exiting, we can still hear that breath, still luminescing. Setting the knees down. So. Often collapsing or exiting seems to be connected to loss of breath. So we can exit a pose and still hear our breath. Right? And we'll press and come to the top of the mat. Inhaling the arms overhead. Exhaling, fold. Inhale, left foot back, lunge. We'll set the hands down, exhale the right foot back, chaturanga. Hear the exhale. Inhale, cobra. Lowering, hands under chest, exhale, downward dog. Left foot, inhale, lunge, left foot forward. Hands to ground, exhale, right foot forward, fold. Inhaling, stand, reaching overhead. Exhaling, hands to heart. Okay, I'll start us off, but I won't talk through the whole sun. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, fold. Right foot, inhale the right foot back. Lunge. Continue. You might need to go a little slower or faster, but we'll continue moving through suns. We're going to do a handful, so you don't have to worry about counting them. Just continue to move, just to practice many, many remembrances, hearing the breath. Sometimes tracking the eyes smoothly alters the quality of the breath. Just continue moving through suns. And while I don't necessarily cue you to lift your eyes into the sky, you could. So really, we could be tracing with our eyes very smoothly from sky or from horizon, all the way down right between our feet, through our own midline to our navel, and from navel right down our midline. If you're in a room, you can just follow a line in the room all the way out to the horizon. And in theory, from horizon to sky. So as you continue to move through these suns, I invite you to move the eyes, to track the eyes, the vision, quite smoothly in this singular vertical movement from navel to sky, from sky to navel. It'll occur with each inhalation and each exhalation. So usually from inhalation, I'm moving from navel to sky. And with many of the exhalations, I'm moving from sky to horizon or from horizon to navel. And I think it's interesting to note how the eyes move in correspondence with the quality of mind at the moment. I'm not suggesting bring everything into focus visually. But I am suggesting that to feel the movement of the eye and to correlate it and connect it with your breath and bodily movement. That's a really vital connection. Right? The way all these reflexes are hardwired into us, so to speak. It's as if we could conclude that the eyes want to move the entire body. And let's continue moving through these suns, just creating these very smooth eye or vision pathways. Again, it's more the motion of the eye that it is something to look at. And you'll start to pick up if the eyes jump from place to place. As the nature of these suns keeps our face, our head, our chest facing one direction, so it really results in this kind of vision tract from navel to sun. We'll make these the last couple. You could do this with the eyes closed if the objects around you are of varying distances. So if it creates any bother in your vision, okay, you could do this eyes closed. You can still feel the motion of the eyes with the spine, with the body. Some people don't like a lot of objects or textures to keep going by their eyes, so it just kind of depends. Mm-hmm. Yep, all the way into the navel as we're lowering chaturanga. Mm-hmm. And then from the navel to the horizon, cobra. Mm-hmm. And even though the ground's right there, keep peering toward the navel into downward dog. Mm-hmm. There you go. Kind of relaxes the neck. It's kind of the alternate way of lengthening and relaxing the neck. For many of us, we'll notice there's a patch or a field or an area of our vision field that could be a little jumpy. So once you're kind of at the top of mat, you can remain right there, which I think we are, and that's a good spot to recollect. Chair pose, inhale, bend knees. Exhaling, fold. Monkey, inhale, lifting the eyes from the navel, from the toes. Hands down, exhaling, step back, chaturanga. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhaling, downward dog. And remain in downward dog. So you can hear that breath. And the quality of the breath, the quality of energy in the body. I'm going to step the right foot forward and just step into a Eka Pada prep. So all it is it's like lunge. I just step my right foot forward. I'm keeping my hands down. And I'm rocking off my heels. Just think of it as a hands down lunge, and that'll be perfect. Now pushing with the arms, broadening across the upper back. My left knee is up, my left heel is up. My right heel is rocked up. And that allows me to kind of reach with my arms and to get that spreading action across, again, the upper shoulder blade. There you go. Yes, yes, yes. Good, good, good. Pyramid. So now I back that right heel down to the ground and step the left foot forward, placing it to the ground. Pyramid, straight-legged stance, plus fold. Bending the right knee, inhale. We'll step the left foot back several inches, 8, 10. I'm going to just keep the chest low, moving into ostrich, clasping or interlacing the hands behind the back. Now, if you don't want to be head down for so long, you could just leave the ribs on the thigh. I'm going to take those ribs to the inside of the right thigh. Listening to the quality of breath. Many remembrances. Inhaling the hands down to the waist. Release, hands to ground. Exhaling, chaturanga. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhaling, downward dog. Take 2 additional deep breaths in downward dog. Let the eyes or the vision continue to connect into the navel. It's not so much of a head bend or a neck bend, but there is a quality of lengthening. There is a degree of that hollowing, that abdominal connection that'll help you stretch out those arms. When I look into the navel, there's a lengthening of the back of the neck, and we know what happens when we start to lengthen the back of the neck. All right, so we're going to do that Ekapada prep, which really is just lunge, hands down, heels up. So we'll inhale the left foot forward. Okay. Again, my right knee is up, my right heel is up, and I rock forward My left heel is up. And I am getting the palms to the ground. The reason is so I can spread that upper back by pushing. So in a sense, I'm pushing my body away from the ground. It's not a hard push. So I'm fully straightening, fully stretching those arms, which are shoulder width. There you go. There you go. Yep. That heel is up. Now breathing into the upper back. So the upper back bones. As we're listening to the exhale. As we're exhaling, letting the eyes, the vision. And again, it doesn't matter eyes open or closed. It doesn't matter what we're seeing. There's a motion of the eyes that connects intimately and deeply to the breath, to our state, our nervous system state, our spinal state. So we're letting the eyes teach us about the spine. We're letting the eyes and the vision and the sound of our breath teach us about the quality of luminescence or velocity that we're examining. Pyramid. Inhaling, we'll rock the heel down, step the right foot forward to fold. Pyramid, legs straight, folding forward over the left leg. You may also notice if we encounter any of those little tangles or in the body that maybe our vision skips, maybe our breath starts and restarts and we hold it and we restart it. So keep listening to the sound. And in a sense, keep seeing the seeing. Keep noting how the vision, the muscles in the eye, the organs of vision are moving. A lot of how we move and navigate with our mind and our perception, it becomes evidence in the eyes and the visual field and how we actually look out. So the looking out and the looking in are deeply entwined. Ostrich, bend the left knee, inhale, step that right foot back several inches. Kind of a warrior stance. Keeping the torso low, it's just easier there. Exhaling, hands interlaced. Hinging torso inside thigh. Inhaling, bringing the hands down, sacrum, releasing them to ground. Exhaling, chaturanga. We'll step left foot back. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhaling, downward dog. give downward dog just a couple extra breaths to let our vision, our eyes, return to the navel. Let the eyes lead the head in this instance. Instead of the brain pushing the muscles, let the eyes lead the spine. Because when we're connected to that intention that's enchanting, sufficient, a luminescing body, the eyes want to find that enchanting intention. We don't have to mind brain force our muscles to do it. So when we are choosing an intention, this is all the time. Is it interesting enough to you? So the enchantment draws the eyes. The enchantment moves the body. The beauty of our intention moves us. Right? That's part of the spiritual wiring. How do we have such an enchanting, important, and necessary compass? And now our body simply wants to move, to know that, to find that, to get that. Let's do a warrior two. Inhale the right foot forward. Reaching the arms out to side. Exhaling, we can allow the eyes to rest about horizon. Tailbone shifts slightly down. Do an eagle. Exhaling, we'll go left elbow over right. And isn't that interesting? I just do it again because I can. It's practice, right? Try to have this sight, this visual stillness, and I'm moving these arms across. Some of us will follow and look at our thumbs, and we'll kind of, our eyes will swirl to follow the hands. We know where our hands are. Exhaling the shoulders down, the elbows, moving them forward, pressing out through the feet, the legs. Inhaling, unwind the arms. Eyes can find the horizon, the hands can find the horizon off to the sides. Okay, so we're going to move into another version of Ekapada. Hands to ground, exhaling. So getting the palms fully to the ground this time. Plant that right shin into the right arm. Keeping the left heel up, the left knee up. This time we're picking the right foot off the ground. So arms can be straightened or elbows slightly bent, but I'm pulling the shoulders out of that shrugging spot and picking that right foot up, that right foot off the ground. Step that right foot back, exhaling, chaturanga. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhaling, downward dog. Giving this 2 additional breaths. Let the eyes find the navel. Again, this isn't my brain saying, hey eyes, get in the navel. Go, move. But it's the returning that vision into that navel, into that umbilicus. Turning that vision back into self. Right. Here's that warrior two, other side. Inhale the left foot forward. Reaching those arms out to the side. Exhaling, the eyes can find the horizon. The hands, the fingertips can find the horizon to the sides. And then on exhale, eagle. Exhaling the right over the left. And you may have just already, almost intuitively, lifted the elbows up and let the forehead come down another half inch or inch. Right? You can even feel how that slight lengthening through the back of the neck helps the eyes find the navel. Again, I'm not bending my neck. It's more of the eyes. Lifting the back of the head away from the sacrum. That's what it feels like to me. Just if I had to generate a description really quickly. It doesn't feel like bending the head down. It doesn't feel like looking down. It doesn't feel like the heaviness of hanging the head. It really feels very light through the back tissues of the scalp. Inhaling, unwind, reaching the arms out to the side. And now let's place the hands down around that left foot. Here's that Ekapada prep. This time, I wedge that shin into the upper left arm. Straighten the arms, or at the very least, just like a moment ago, shoulders down. Pushing, pushing. Lift the left heel up. Deeply breathe. Listen to the breath. Listen. Yeah. And the eyes can move. Meaning when I'm soft and I'm wanting to breathe, I can feel the eyes subtly kind of moving toward navel. Toward horizon. Very subtle. Good. And on exhale, we'll press that left foot back. Now let's just go to downward dog. And we'll set the knees down for a moment. Okay, let's have a seat. It's not a very symmetric ending, but we'll be okay. I'm gonna have a seat. So the other day we did a very, the subtle Brahmari, the sound before the physicalized sound. We could hear it in our mind's ear, the sound. We could hear our voice activating the vocal structure and sounding through the body without the creation of a sound. I'm going to argue the subtle vision also is the vision of the impulse to see without the muscles of the eyes necessarily having to focus or take in content. So this is a content-free seeing. We'll try it. Okay. So again, I don't have to sweep my eyeballs. I don't want you to get dizzy or feel like your eyes hurt. Zero pain. But there is a subtle motion that will work from horizon to navel. And that tract is essentially a straight line. Right down, I'm on a floor, so it's the floor. Right up over my ankles, between my legs, into my own body. And right back out. So inhaling, let the vision carry to the horizon. And see the horizon with your heart. So there's a vastness to that horizon. And using the entire exhale, let your vision, it can be subtle sweep. You can do this with eyes closed. But let that subtle sweep of vision take you right through the center of body, tail, low belly, navel. Now we're in the vastness of our body. The neck is a little bit elongated. And when I begin my inhale from that navel, from that low belly area, that subtle vision sweep takes me out to the horizon. Not just the horizon that I see with my eyeballs, but that subtle, that spiritual, that causal horizon, that place where all events are emerging and arising. And exhaling, I can follow with my vision, horizon, to low belly or hara or navel. I'll just do a few more. You may already be noticing how you're using your low belly muscles to track you in and into your low belly. Isn't that really neat? Let's do a few more. The inhale can start from the navel. Letting the vision take you into the horizon, the vastness of the horizon. Again, I'm not lifting my head necessarily, but I can take in the sky. You feel the subtle lifting up and opening up of the body. When I let my crown take in the sky, and the ears take in the horizon on the sides, and then exhaling, letting that vision sweep from the vast horizon into this interiorized horizon, the navel, the heart. I'm just using my hands to just gesture and illustrate. You do this with hands not moving, or just moving intuitively. Again, I'm just using them to gesture to help out the words. The hands are sweeping through anything that could be conceived as content. Just from horizon to navel. Wow. Let's just do one more round so that we can simply hear the tone, the quality of our breath as our vision tracks from navel to horizon, horizon to navel. Really love these exercises that move us from our interiors to our exteriors, from our exteriors to our interiors. It's starts to subtleize and suppleize our sense of boundariedness, in a sense. All right. So I'm going to declare that a really sweet spot to pause for today. Namaste.